勢いが変わった。
Alright guys, let's get into game number 1, and this one's gonna be against a fellow anti-Tearlaments player. He's playing Exosister right now. So our hand, we got the 0 starters, we have a Maxi and a Shifter. I believe Exosister, they don't get too hit by a Shifter that much because they probably run it too just for tier. But I mean, it's better for us than it is for them. So he calls by the Maxi, and he's gonna be able to summon his Martha along with his other card, going into his Michaelis, searching out his spell trap, banish and Shifter for some reason. I mean, I got another one in hand, so he's gonna have to deal with a couple turns of Shifter. Okay, he has the trap card, goes into Capistel, stops me from summoning from the grave, and probably going. Oh, he doesn't go into the because of wait, he negated Maxi though. I wonder why he didn't go into the other one. I'm gonna set one and pass. That's all I can do really. I could have put one in defense, but he's probably just gonna banish it anyway. He adds Exosister trap card. He plays Shifter, Maxi again, and he's gonna add a Exosister monster. So right now, I feel like I'm kind of screwed. He gets 2 attacks off. We're at 32, and on my turn during the main phase, I play my expansion. I add a level 3 SD46. So all I need is really the search. I don't really need the monster. Well, the monster helps to have on the field, but I'm gonna search. So I have to go for the field spell, or I could go for. Oh, I can't go for the fusion because I don't have anything in the grave. Field spell, bring him back. Banish my expansion for Arsenal. Arsenal attack into him. And then we just set macro and hope for the best. He's got 6 cards on us. We only have like a dead card because he's not running Tearlaments, and 3 live cards. He goes for another Martha. We play macro. So notice he's got 1 Michaelis in the banish pile already. So he went through 1 rotation. This is going to be his 2nd rotation. And he's going to try to banish my Arsenal. So I'm just going to banish myself and then get rid of her as well. Now this one has an effect where you detach and gain 800. Luckily, it's not enough to take me out. I'm still left with 1,000 life points, and I'm depending on my next draw right now. Well, I guess I have a defense position monster. So I set Cry and set that card. That's literally all I can do. 1800 defense, so if he doesn't use his effect, he can't attack over it. He pays 800, adds Stella. Stella summons the, Irene. Puts Martha back in. His 3rd Michaelis. That's his last one right there. He's going to banish my back row. I'm just going to chain it. Summoning Synthesis in attack mode. We get the attack buff from the field spell, so we're pretty good there. Even if he like synchros into, or ranks up into the big guy. But we destroy him. He detaches to gain attack into the defense. And then he ends his turn. He did search out that trap card. But we can chain to be unaffected by trap cards, so we draw into another one. We just attack. He flips up his trap to banish me. I chain. Now I'm unaffected by trap cards. He's gonna. I don't know why he did that. Okay. I just attack into him. He's just running through all his resources. He's got 8 left. I believe he ran through all his Michaelis, right? Alright guys, game number 2. I'm gonna let Roshish take over and commentate for me.
Alright guys, my name is Roshish. I'll be guiding you today on your Master Duel journey. We are going to normal summon Mutant. We're going to activate Banish Trap, summon Arsenal. We're going to also set to macro to screw over Tearlaments, okay? Look carefully. Activate macro draw phase, alright? Screw over Tearlaments. I hate Tearlaments. I get called all the time, tech support. We hate Tearlaments call. Every time we get call back to back, we cannot get break because Tearlaments tech support. Okay, we flip up 2nd macro Cosmos. Now he must banish card and is going to banish. Now he activate the field spell. He's going to normal summon Rhino Heart, but he cannot even send to graveyard. He is forced to do XYZ summon. So he go into Baguska because he is coward. He is coward. He play Tearlaments and he go Baguska defense mode because of 1 card. Macro destroy everything. Now it's our turn. And what we're going to do is we're going to set in perm column right side. And in the turn, he's going to just stay defense mode, summon I don't understand what he's doing. Zeus, I don't care, we have Imperm. No Zeus, I don't care, we have Imperm. Imperm, best card in game next to Macrocosmos. Now we summon Mutant and we activate and he give up like little baby. Alright, now I'll pass it back to Upper Tofu.
Alright, give it up for Ashish, everyone, and I'll get into our next match. This was the very last match I did to get to the highest rank. So he's going to go first. He's got his Mudora in defense, Cyberstein, and he summons Naturia Exterio. So at this point, I'm like, damn, I lost. There's literally no out in my deck. Like, if he played, there's no out in my deck against Naturia Exterio unless I activate Shifter and he doesn't negate it. That's the one way. Because the thing, I didn't even realize this, but for him to negate a card, he has to send a card to the graveyard. Because it says, like, when a spell trap is activated, you can banish. Wait, is it spell trap? Oh, he doesn't negate monsters? Oh, snap, never mind. But I guess he couldn't negate it anyway, because you can, and then because you have.
Have you ever had a dream that you
To send the top card of your deck to the graveyard to do it. So I think, okay, I didn't realize that. But anyway, he can't do it anyway under Shifter. So we summon Arsenal, we attack into him, and then we play Mutant Fusion. I was just making sure that I get to resolve Mutant Fusion. I didn't know what the rolling was, so I just did it later, and to destroy his Spright Elf. And then I pop it, and then I set my expansion. So expansion protects these guys from destruction. It also special summons or adds a level 4 or lower mutant from your deck to your hand. So we got him. We need him as banished material for Arsenal, because he does have to banish a monster. He's going into that, summoning my D-Shifter. I didn't decide to negate him. He goes into Underworld Goddess with these guys, and then I just chain Arsenal. He should have just fused away Arsenal, to be honest, but he didn't, I guess. And then I just go ahead, and that was my rank up to Diamond 1. Alright, so for this match, we're going up against Tier as well, and it was a very, like, back and forth match. It went, like, on for a pretty good time. So Pot of Prosperity, banish 3, because I don't know what deck he's playing yet. We go for the D-Fisher, and then we play D-Fisher, normal summon our 3, search our Cry, special our this guy, summon Arsenal, I'm guessing, and then go into Almirage to protect our Arsenal. I don't want to get rid of our other material or other cards. So what Ghost Reaper does is, like, if your opponent controls more than you, more monsters than you. Okay, he shuffled back our D-Fisher. That's not good. Uh-oh. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can choose a card in your extra deck, and then your opponent has to banish all cards of that name. Okay. So I went like this. I still have Cry to pop a card. So the only good targets for Synthesis to pop is the field spell, and maybe like their Xyz monster that they summon. Foolish is him. Gets to mill 5 more. I mean, it gives us more fusion material. He's got Imperm, so that's also a good target for us to pop. We Ghost Reaper Winter Cherry, so like we want to use it when he chains a fusion. So we reveal Kalos, and then now we banish all the Kaloses in his deck, which is just 1. So now he's forced to fuse into something he doesn't want to, which is Kaleido. He has to target with this guy, so if he chains either one of them, we just chain. We just chain, and then we just go for his back row. If we pop anything else, it doesn't really help us. So we go for his Imperm. So he's got Havness in hand. Go for the Imperm. I think Havness triggers, yep. Mills 3. And then Merly. Oh, he can't fuse because Kalos is banned. Or it's not banned, it's banished. Revives our Winter Cherries. Goes into Underworld Goddess. That's 6k damage on the board. I do flip up my expansion to summon my 2. To search the level 3, so we will be living with 300 life points. No, not 300. 2,000 life points. Alright, so our next draw, he gets to decide. Okay. I don't know why he chose Amphibious Bug K-Roth MK11, but it's whatever. We normal summon our 46. He can't negate it. We got nothing to do. Nothing to negate it with. We search our Blast. We go into our Arsenal again. and then we equipped our Mutant Blast on him, and then we banish his Kaleido. So now he's banished forever, or until he mills Crime. If he mills Crime, he can add it back to his extra deck. But yeah, Mutant Blast is pretty good. I would recommend putting it in your deck in this tier format. So he does that, adds a fairy monster, Sacred Keldo. Battle phase to Suicide. And now I'm just depending on my next draw, because he's got a monster he can attack with. He doesn't want me to draw ST46, but this is where he made his mistake. So this reads, if your opponent activates a card effect this turn, you can use up to one monster from your deck and graveyard as fusion material. So I have graveyard, right? I have deck, I have hand. So I have 3 level 8 mutants to summon just because he used his Gravekeeper trap. So I'm going into the Beast, the Titan, the frickin' Ultimus himself. Now we got an Omni Negate on the field. So we attack with 35. And what he could do, like, he could have outed this with his grave, especially look at his grave. He's got Mudora, he's got what's the other one? He's got 2 Mudoras. If he just shuffles all my mutant names back into my deck, I can't negate anything. But he goes and shuffles Imperm, Cry, and Cry, which I don't think he should have done like all my monsters. But he goes into that, and then discard a fairy monster, special summon, and then we try to negate. We have to negate this Agido, because or else he'll summon Kelbeck and then just put us back in the hand if he mills a card. So I have to negate it. And then he summons, goes into rank 4, Baguska, puts me in defense. So his plan is to basically, actually he can't even Zeus because I'll just negate Zeus, but I got Imperm, I set Imperm, and then end my turn, we put it in this column. Okay, he detaches a material, face down, my turn. Alright, so we're gonna Imperm as he declares a card. Baguska's negated. Now I can go into attack mode and just attack through him. And then we could set Imperm on the mystery card, just in case we need to negate that as well. So let's see what he draws. Oh yeah, he could just discard it to add the level 4. Probably puts him in defense, yep. So he puts him in defense, I got Imperm, he's gonna declare a card. I searched out Moon, I can't use him because my life points are too low, so I just have to attack. And then end my turn, and it's his turn again. He's running out of Earth Fairies in his deck. He plays Scream, I negate it, and then there we go. We end this duel at 12 rounds. That was pretty crazy. Alright guys, so here's my deck list. I know in the replays we had Winter Cherries. I swapped them out around like D3 to evenly matched, and then I just filled my extra deck with like Spright, Crusadia, IP, the Nightmares, and Verte as well. But I guess without these, I would take out like the Nightmares for Kit Kalos, Rukalos, and then just keep everything else basically. But yeah, here's my deck list. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comments down below if you guys liked Roshish as well. He would really appreciate it. Anyways, have a good one. See you in the next video.